This is the Hand and Stone I went to today. I wanted to see if they're allowed to give facials now. Last month, when I called them, they said they're not allowed to give any facials per the Cosmetology Board of Pennsylvania. But they were allowed to do Brazilian wax. So I want to talk a little bit about that and tell you what a Brazilian wax is and how in this Panoramademic it really confuses me that you could have the Brazilian wax, but you couldn't have a facial. But as of today, now they've allowed it, so you can go in and get your facial, but you can't walk in, you have to make an appointment. She said per the CDC, but I asked her why, and she said, well, that's what the CDC says, but never explained it further. See you back home. Hi everyone, back at home now. I brought up the website for European Wax Center, who I believe is affiliated with Massage Envy, because Massage Envy doesn't do any waxing at their locations. So they created, I believe, this European Wax Center, and that might be the case 5 years ago, but I'm not sure who owns it now, and it's not relevant to this video. What I wanted to bring up about the Brazilian wax, which is very invasive, and the reason why I'm bringing it up, a month ago, the licensed estheticians in Pennsylvania were not allowed to do facials, but they were allowed to do a Brazilian wax. So here's what a Brazilian wax is. It's the front. I'm sorry if I'm bumping the camera. It's the front all the way to the back. This is waxing of the female area. They do not wax men, not that part. They don't wax the genitalia of men. Goes from the front all the way to the back with an added butt strip. It's perfect for a completely nude look, or you can leave a neat triangle, strip, or square on the front. Totally your choice. What if I want a circle? I can only have the triangle, strip, or square. That's not fair. Anyway, I'm a licensed esthetician in Pennsylvania. I do not do Brazilian wax. I really didn't like waxing. I only really like to do facial because it's excellent for skin treatment and getting rid of, clogged pores, etc. I did call Massage Envy in California because I had heard that massage therapists were required to wear gloves while doing a full body massage. And they informed me, no, they don't wear gloves. And she gave me a lot of information. I called one of the counties, Alameda. How do you say it, Mike?
Alameda.
I'm sorry, he says it's Alameda. Mike's here with me. So she was really helpful. And then she gave me a surprise and said that when you come in, you have to wear your mask for the entire massage, and the massage therapists wear a shield and a mask, and you will have your temperature taken. I nearly passed out. That's one of my pet peeves also, besides the mask. I mean, to have something invasive like that. Normally, I only have my temperature taken when I go to the doctor's office, because if I have a fever, the doctor has to determine what's going on with me. If I go to Massage Envy and I have my temperature taken, they certainly can't diagnose me. And usually when an adult has a fever, they're pretty sick. I don't think you're walking out of the house. And I did talk about this in one of my other videos. So after I called California, I said, well, let me see. That's California. Let's see what it's like in Pennsylvania. So I did call this place, well, one of their locations, Hand and Stone. And I'm also a licensed massage therapist. All right, Hand and Stone said the same thing. You're required to wear the mask the entire time. And you have to have your temperature taken. So I had a long conversation with the location in Jenkintown, PA. And I said, well, where are you getting this from? And she said, it's the CDC. And the CDC says we have to do it. And I think that's all with The requirement was, another, of course, another word. So I argued with her and I said, well, I'm going to refuse that because you're not a doctor and I can refuse any medical treatment. She said, well, that's our policy, and do you want to talk to the manager? She was very nice and respectful. She did have a lot of patience with me. So the problem with the taking the temperature is that they're trying to give some kind of medical evaluation almost. And I know for a fact in Pennsylvania, licensed massage therapists aren't even allowed to treat anything. No, I can't speak for other states, but in Pennsylvania, if someone comes in with bursitis, say in their shoulder, we're technically not allowed to do any kind of treatment or say we're treating it or we can help it. We're basically just considered to be giving a massage, although a lot of us have training in, some kind of injuries, medical massage, etc. So now I'm having an issue with these two places. I'm not sure if a private massage therapist would have to take your temperature and follow See Dee Sea or not. And so I just wanted to say also my original point of the video, a month ago you couldn't have the facial. Now they've allowed it, but from March till October you were prohibited from getting a facial, but you could have a Brazilian wax. Where I happen to know that when they do that kind of waxing, they're actually waxing around your anus, and they're opening up the flaps of the female genitalia, which, by the way, is not the vagina. Don't call that the vagina. The vagina is the canal inside. The two outer flaps, and I know it sounds kind of funny, but that's what people call them in the industry, and they take the hair out inside a little bit using a wax, and the black wax they use doesn't stick to your skin. It just takes the hair off, and I'm sure they have to pluck some of them also. So they're actually touching. I don't want a facial from anybody that's going to be touching someone's genitalia with gloves or not. I only want to get a facial, and I don't do that because I just think it's not sanitary, even if you're wearing gloves. There's a lot going on down there, especially near your butthole, and I don't think you should be taking the wax off or even being allowed. And I know in Jersey they tried to stop estheticians from doing the Brazilian wax, and they all protested and said that's half of our income. So I went to beauty school to get my esthetician license, and they did not teach it at my beauty school. The teacher wouldn't do it. We did see a video, believe it or not, of a man getting waxed. It was they had to shut the blinds and make sure no one else was looking, only the students. And they actually showed a man getting waxed, everything, the testicles, everything. And I was like, I'm not doing that. Of course, I'm not even doing it to a female. So that's my choice, of course. And if you're making a living doing that, and some people, that's all they do all day is they do Brazilian wax. Well, good for you. But I'm not going to a place where they're touching that area and then they're going to give me a facial, whether you have the gloves or not, because I've spoken to estheticians and the odor stays on you. Okay, I'm being graphic here, so I'll put a little warning at the beginning. Well, of course, now you've watched this, but I'm not doing that, and I won't go there even because I have a gift certificate from last year that one of my family members gave me, and I'll just give it back to them. They can use it. Oh, that's my other phone, guys. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.